homeland of the Ohlone people. They've never lost or forgotten their responsibilities as caretakers. They've never ceded this land. We are all guests here, benefiting from living and working here, and we affirm their sovereign rights as First Peoples. And I'd also like to pay homage to the spiritual lineage of yoga, which comes from India thousands of years ago. And I think with everything that's going on in India now, it's like really important for us to kind of recognize everything that we're benefiting from kind of the spiritual homeland of yoga. So the thing that I wanted to talk about today is suffering. So speaking of suffering, there is plenty going on, in the world around us. And there's often a feeling that suffering is inevitable, that no matter where we go or what we do, we'll come across suffering. But the reality is that if we look a little bit deeper, what the underpinning of suffering is pain. So there's a moment of pain and it leads to suffering, often because we don't, conscientiously reflect on what that pain, is really. So for example, if I stub my toe in the morning and I can let it ruin my entire day, or I can say, that sucked, I'm moving on. So I think the ability to choose that different path between letting it ruining your day or just letting it go is a conscious choice that we can make. And, for more serious examples of the sources of suffering, it sometimes feels a little bit harder to walk the path of choosing to just let it be. But our practice of yoga helps us actually to cultivate a sense of spaciousness so that when we encounter these moments of pain in our lives, we're able to choose how we want to respond to them rather than reacting. So I invite you to cultivate a sense of spaciousness in our practice today so that when you come across these inevitable painful moments, that you can choose how you really want to be in that moment. So let's come to our mat. And do you happen to have a strap again, or a towel or a belt like you did last time?
I do have a strap. Yeah, let me go run and grab it real quick.
Okay, great. Okay, so hold on, let me just fix my. Okay, so come to lying down on your back and bring the soles of the feet together. So you're kind of making like a diamond shape with your legs, and then just lie down and place one hand on the heart and one hand on the stomach. And just let gravity do its work. Let the hips open up, and you can use your breathing here to help open up the hips. So inhale and exhale, just relax. Maybe there's even just a little bit of pressure on the hips just from being seated in this open position. Just slowly, gently flow into it. And you can close the eyes, and let's just do 3 breaths together to get grounded and centered. Inhale, soften. Breathe in, relax. One more time, inhale, and then a really slow and long exhale, and you can sigh it out. All right, great job. So grab the strap now and place it around the right foot, and it's kind of like around the ball of the foot, and extend the left leg long, and then grab the strap on either side, and we're just gonna do some hamstring openers here. So put some, a little bit of pull into the arms, and you can feel the activation on the backs of the thigh, or the back of the thigh. And you can squeeze the quadricep. And what's important here in this posture is to breathe. So inhale and exhale. Breathe in. And on the exhale, maybe you can pull the foot backwards a little bit further. Remember to squeeze the quadricep. Inhale, exhale. Really get an opening into the hamstrings. And now grab the strap close to the feet, close to the right foot, both straps in the right hand, and place the left hand on the left hip. And now slowly lower the right foot over to the right. Again, opening up the hips here. So really push the left foot into an invisible wall underneath the foot. And use the left hand to bring that left hip closer to the ground. And if you can, see if you can externally rotate the right thigh. And that means just bring the toes, face the toes closer to the ground so the heel comes up towards the ceiling. So inhale here, exhale. Breathe in and see if you can open up the hip just this 1 centimeter more. Tug a little tighter on the strap. Exhale. All right, bring the right foot back up to the ceiling and take one strap on left hand and the other side of the strap on the right hand, and then bend the knee and then straighten the leg. So just kind of pulsing up and down with the knee, but really feel this in the hamstring again. So as though you're bringing the foot closer to the body and straighten, bend the knee and straighten. Really good job. So release the strap now from the foot and then let the right foot come down to the ground and put the strap around the ball of the left foot. So draw the knee in towards you and push that invisible wall with the right foot and give a tug with both straps. Squeeze the left quadricep onto the thigh bone. Inhale, exhale. Do you feel it in your hamstring?
Oh yeah.
Okay, good. So keep breathing here. Inhale, and then on the exhale, see if you can draw the foot back in space just a little bit more and push that invisible wall with the right foot. Inhale, exhale. All right, really good job. Place both of the straps in the left hand now and kind of grab it close to the foot, as far up as your hand will go. And then place the right hand on the right hip. And then slowly lower the left foot over to the left side. Opening up. Oh, yeah. Inhale. Exhale. And again, see if you can externally rotate the left hip. So it's almost like you're bringing the left heel up towards the ceiling and the toes a little bit closer to the ground. And it's super subtle. It's maybe like a millimeter, but you can definitely notice the difference. Use the right hand to anchor the right hip. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe here. All right, really good job. Bring the left foot back up to the ceiling. The left hand grabs the left side of the strap. The right hand grabs the right hand of the strap, and then bend and straighten the left leg. And just do it super slow, really controlled. And when you push the foot up, you can really feel the activation in the hamstring. So if you're like me, your hamstrings are kind of sleepy, and this helps to wake them up, getting a little bit more flexibility. If you do this just like 5 minutes a day, every day for a week, you'll really notice the difference in the hamstring, which is just really good because we sit all day long and it gets so congested and tight in the hamstrings. All right, last round, bend the knee and then straighten the knee. Really good job. All right, let's come into happy baby pose. So the soles of the feet up to the ceiling, and then you can grab the calf muscle, or maybe you can grab the outside of the feet. And here you're just trying to rest the head gently on the mat, and then give a little pull down. So you're again feeling an opening in the hips. So you can gently sway from side to side a little bit, but eventually just come to stillness. So tuck the chin slightly, relax the shoulders down the back, and then just give a little tug. You can really control the intensity here. So you can play with this and like really pull the feet down, and you can really open up. Yeah. Okay, really good job. Just let's do 2 more breath cycles. Inhale, exhale, breathe in, and let it go. All right, really good job. You can grab the backs of the thighs, or you can, wrap around the front of the shins and then just give it a squeeze in. If you want to lift the head up, and then just curl yourself into a little ball. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Exhale. All right, set it down. And if you were totally wrapped around the shins, go ahead and just grab the backs of the thighs now and begin to roll yourself up. So just go the length of the spine and then come on up. And when you're ready, just set the feet on the mat and cross the feet. And then come to tabletop pose. So untuck the feet and have the wrists directly underneath the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips. And press the finger pads into the mat, press the shins into the mat, hollow out the stomach, reach the tailbone behind you and the crown of the head in front of you, lengthening the spine. So it's super active here. Inhale, exhale. Breathe in and let it go. And on this last 2 breath cycles, see if you can isometrically draw the hands towards the knees and the knees towards the hands, but without moving them. So inhale, and then contract it in. And let it go. Inhale. Exhale. Isometrically draw the hands to the feet, knees, and the knees to the hands. All right, release that. Lift up the right hand long in front of you and the left foot long behind you. The left foot long behind you. Root the left hand and the right shin down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And set it down. Let's do the other side. So left hand reaches in front of you, right foot reaches behind you. Breathe in. Exhale. See if you can find the rootedness in the parts of the body that are touching the ground and feeling long in the right foot, and the left hand reaches right foot and the left hand reaches long in front of you. Breathe in. and set it down. Really good job. Let's come into plank pose now. So the top of a push-up. So just extend the left leg long, extend the right leg long in front of you. And we're at top of a push-up, really rooting the underside of the toes, gripping the finger pads into the mat, lifting up the hips, hollowing out the stomach, shoulders down the back. Inhale, exhale. Lift up the kneecaps, hollow out the stomach, breathe in, exhale. All right, bring the knees down and then just come into child's pose. We'll just take a quick break here. Gently bring the forehead to the ground and find your breath. Feel connected to the earth. Breathe in again. Exhale it out. All right, let's come back to our plank pose, top of a push-up. We're gonna add to the intensity here. So remember to press the undersides of the toes, press the finger pads, lift up the hips, and widen the shoulder blades. So really long and really wide on the back. Now lift up the left foot, just about a foot off the mat. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and set it down. Inhale, lift the right foot up, just one foot off the ground, breathe in, let it go. Inhale, and set it down. Now let's go ahead and you can widen the feet a little bit. We're gonna lift up alternating on the hands. So lift up the right hand and see if you can keep your hips from shifting over to the left. Keep it all centered. Inhale, exhale, breathe in, set the right hand down. Good job. Okay, let's do the other side. So shift your weight slightly into the right hand and lift up the left hand long in front of you. Breathe in, let it go. Hollow out the stomach and breathe. All right, set the left hand down, set the knees down, child's pose. Whew. We're gonna take it one more level up. Are you feeling ready for that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. If at any point, it's a little whatever, feel free to just let me know. And, we can come into another variation or, just take it to the level that you want to take it in your practice. All right, so come back up into your plank pose. And we're gonna combine those last two postures. So we're gonna do a 2-point plank. So last time we did a 3-point plank. Now we're gonna do a 2-point plank. So I think for me, if I spread my feet kind of wide and the hands kind of wide, it's a little bit easier to balance. So inhale, exhale. Now lift up the left foot and the right hand. Extend them long. Inhale, exhale. Breathe in and set it down. Whew, really good job. Let's do the other side now. Inhale, lift the right foot and lift the left hand. 2-point plank. Breathe in. Exhale. Breathe in and set it down. Child's pose. Whew, really good core work there. Finding a lot of balance. Trying to keep that stability is super challenging. But remember the breath and try your best and let go of the rest. Inhale, let it go. Really good job. Let's come back onto the hands and knees into a tabletop pose. And let's extend the right leg long laterally. And what you're gonna do is bring the left knee out left in space. So pick up the knee and like knee foot until you're feeling again really open in the groin area. So this is half frog pose. We're doing the right side here. So you can really play now with the openness. So, you know, you can really extend the right leg long. However, you're feeling like right on the edge. So don't overextend, but really feel like you can press that right foot into the mat, press both hands into the mat, and feel the opening in the hip. Shift your weight a little bit forward, just a smidgen, so your shoulders are right over the wrists. Inhale, exhale. You're kind of gripping, like drawing the legs together, even as you're pressing the right foot into the mat. This is Ardha Mandukasana, half frog pose. Inhale. All right, bring both knees underneath the hips. Sit back, child's pose one more time. Let's take a rest here. All right, come back onto the hands and knees and extend the left leg long laterally. Press the sole of the left foot into the mat. And then now slowly pick up the right knee, bring the right foot over, pick up the right knee, bring the right foot over, pick up the right knee as far as you're feeling like you want to go, right to the edge. Again, don't overdo it. And press the left foot into the mat and see if you can, again, isometrically draw in towards the midline. So you're feeling a lot of action in the inner left leg in particular. Inhale, exhale. Really good opening up the hips here. Breathe in and let it go. All right, bring both knees underneath you. Sit back, hips into the feet. Child's pose one more time. How was that posture for you?
What's up?
How was that posture for you? Did you feel an opening in the hips?
Yeah, it's pretty hard for me, but it was a good stretch.
Yes, it's super challenging, I find, especially for guys, because our hips are not quite like that, like our female counterparts. All right, so come onto the soles of the feet into Malasana or Yogi squat. And just bring the hands into Anjali Mudra, prayer position in front of the heart. And see if you can extend the spine long. So don't hunch the back. See if you can, and if you need to, use the elbows to open up the knees and sink the tailbone down and elongate the spine. Breathe in. Exhale. Let the right hand come down to the outside and lift the left hand up towards the sky for an open twist. Breathe in. Lay the head back slightly. Exhale. And if you want to come into the bind variation, you're welcome to do that. Otherwise, just keep with an open twist. Inhale. Exhale, hands in prayer position in front of the heart. Lay the left hand out long and raise the right hand up towards the sky. Open twist. Breathe in. You can use the left arm for a little bit of leverage. Twist it a little bit more. Relax the neck. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. And let it go. Really good job. Hands in prayer position in front of the heart. Close the eyes. And notice how you may be creating just a little bit more spaciousness. Notice quality of the thoughts, how the body feels at this present moment. Notice the quality of the breath. Really good job. Place both hands down in front of you and then slowly parallel your feet to the long edge of the mat. And then just slowly begin to lift the hips up. Keep the hands either on the mat or you can put them on the shins and begin to extend the spine long in a halfway lift. Tailbone reaches behind you. Crown of the head reaches in front of you. Lift up the kneecaps, shoulders down the back. Inhale, and then exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. And your feet can be hips width wide. And use the peace fingers now to grab the big toe. And if you need to bend the knees in order to be able to reach the big toes, go ahead and do that. Actually, go ahead and just bend your knees so you're resting your chest on your thighs. And crown of the head towards the ground. Now slowly begin to straighten the legs. Again, feeling a lot of opening in the hamstrings. And if you have the space, you can go ahead and begin to bend the elbows. Reach the crown of the head towards the ground. Lift up the kneecaps. See if you can bring the chest a smidgen closer to the thighs. Inhale, elongate the spine. Exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Really good job. Hands on the shins. Come up halfway, lengthen the spine. And now slowly begin to roll up all the way. Super slow. Head comes up last, mountain pose. So bring the feet to touch. All four corners of both feet pressing firmly into the ground. Lift up the kneecaps, belly button towards the spine. Just come into a standing posture.
Yeah, I'm just gonna readjust
Oh yeah, no
a
sweat.
little bit. There you go.
All right, mountain pose. So the shoulders relax down the back, hollow out the stomach, lift up the kneecaps, feet press into the earth. So if I came up to you and pressed you right on the chest, your body wouldn't move because you're so rooted firmly into the ground. And breathe in. Feeling strong and tall and powerful in your mountain pose. Exhale. Remember to lift up the kneecaps. Inhale, raise the hands above the head. Palms face each other. And on the exhale, bring the left hand in front of you, right hand behind you. Keep the hips facing forward. Open twist. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, twist to the left, right hand in front of you, left hand behind you. Inhale up, exhale it back, twist to the right. Do this on your own now and move super slowly, linking the breath to the movement. Yoga is like a moving meditation. So tune into the inner world here. Inhale up, exhale, twist. All right, really good job. Inhale, hands come up. And now on the exhale, twist open to the right, but then step the right leg open into Virabhadrasana 2. So a wide stance. The right foot is parallel with the short edge of the mat. Really, the right leg is really straight and strong. Left leg has a right angle position, and the left knee is pointing out towards the left pinky toe. Inhale the hands long, belly button towards the spine, and reach the fingertips wide. Squeeze the right quadricep onto the thigh bone. Inhale, exhale. Now, on the next inhale, place your left forearm onto the left thigh, and then sweep the right hand up into a long line, extended side angle pose. So really feeling rooted in that right foot, and then feeling the vector of energy extend out from the ground, up the right leg, up the side, body, and then extend it out long, out the fingertips. Breathe in, hollow out the stomach, shoulders relax. Don't put too much weight in the left forearm. Use your torso to keep the torso activated. Inhale, come up to warrior two, one more time. And then reverse the warrior, so the right fingertips on the right leg. Left hand comes up and over. Breathe in. Remember, the left knee is pointing out towards the left pinky toe. The pinky side edge of the right foot is really rooting into the ground. Breathe in. And then exhale, warrior two again. Straighten the left leg now. And then creep the left fingertips forward, 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 forward until they won't go anymore. And then bring the left fingertips onto the left shin very gently and raise the right hand up and overhead. Gazes up towards the right fingertips. And Utthita Trikonasana is our posture. Really strong in the legs, belly button towards the spine, shoulders down the back. Really good job. Inhale, exhale. See if you can get both sides of the torso equal in length. So I'm kind of collapsing in here a little bit. So see if you can lengthen kind of the left side of the torso so that it's nice and long, not scrunched in. All right, bend that left front knee, warrior two. And let's just flip the orientation of the feet. So the right foot begins to point outwards, and then you bend the right knee into a right angle. And then the left foot is parallel to the short edge of the mat on the other side. Lift the arms long. The right knee is pointing towards the right pinky toe. Lift the left quadricep up. Belly button towards the spine. Shoulders relax down the back. Gazes over the extended right fingertips. Lean a little bit over to the right now and place the right forearm onto the right thigh. And then sweep the left hand long. And again, feel that vector of energy from extending out from the left foot, up the left leg, the left side body, then out long through the fingertips. Extended side angle pose. Really feel the length in the left side body. And breathe. Really nice. All right, come back up into warrior two. And then gently rest the left fingertips on the left leg. The right hand comes up and over. Peaceful warrior. Remember, the right knee is reaching towards the right pinky toe. Left leg straight and strong. Squeeze the left quadricep. Inhale, lay the head back gently. Exhale. All right, come back into your warrior two. Maybe you're feeling a little bit of heat in that right thigh. Let's go ahead and release that by straightening the right leg. And then you can creep the right fingertips forward, 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 forward in space till they don't reach anymore. And then gently lay the right hand on the right shin and bring the left hand up towards the ceiling. And remember, not too much weight in that in the right hand. Lay the head back, reach the left fingertips. Legs are really active. Find the length on that right side body. So try not to scrunch it down. And breathe in. Exhale. All right, bend that right front knee. Let's come into goddess pose. So the feet are at a 45-degree angle. Getting a lot into our thighs. So why don't we straighten right now and just give a little bit of a breather. And when you're ready, hands in prayer position. And now bend the knees. See if you can sink the hips super low, even as low as the knees. And keep the knees open, so as though you're bringing the outside of the knees into the space behind you, so externally rotating. Hands in prayer position. Breathe in. And then sink 1 centimeter lower. Exhale. Really good job. Straighten the legs. Let's take a breather. Inhale. And now bend both knees. Goddess pose one more time. Really good job. Sink it 1 centimeter lower. Keep the legs externally rotated. All right, really good job, Byron. That was super hard. Parallel the feet with the short edge of the mat and hands on the hips. Gonna bow forward, hinging from the hips and leading with the chest. Keep the hands on the waist and just come on forward to Prasarita Padottanasana. Wide leg forward fold. Lift the kneecaps up. Press the feet into the mat. And breathe. Inhale, slowly come on up. Press the feet into the mat. Root to rise, head comes up last. Clasp the hands behind you. And again, lift up the kneecaps. Squeeze the quadriceps onto the thigh bone. Hinge from the hips, lead with the chest. Lean forward, hands come up. Maybe they come over. Squeeze the hands together, lift up the kneecaps. Press the feet into the mat. Belly button towards the spine. Inhale. Exhale. Really good job. One more breath cycle here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come on up. We'll do one last variation there. So hands again on the waist. Hinge from the hips, lean forward. Lead with the chest, head comes down last. Now this time, extend the hands long, peace fingers grab the big toes. And here you can get a little bit of leverage. And go ahead and reach the crown of the head towards the ground. Maybe squeeze it in, chest towards the thighs. Maybe you can bend the elbows. Get a little bit more into this. Inhale. Exhale. Quadriceps squeeze onto the thigh bone. Really good job. Inhale, come up all the way. Super slow and easy. Great job. All right, let's come back down into our Yogi squat. So hands in prayer position. Really good job. Maybe you're feeling a little bit more open in the hips than when we last did this, a little bit closer to the beginning of the practice. And now go ahead and then just sit the bottom down, place the hands to your side so it's a gentle landing. Extend the legs wide. The toes and the knees face up towards the ceiling. And remember that anterior tilt to the pelvis. So if you can, if this helps, the front two hip points are lower than the back two hip points. This just lets you get a little bit deeper into this, so you're not really craning on the back. So go ahead and now begin to use the fingertips and crawl the torso forward, forward, forward. Remember the toes and the knees are up towards the ceiling. And wherever you come, just relax into this posture. Breathe in. Exhale. Breathe in. Let it go. One more time. Lengthen the spine on the inhale. And exhale, let gravity do its work. Cultivating space. And be present in this moment without judgment, without force, no fight. Just breathe. All right, slowly lift up the torso. Use your hands to guide your body back up. The right leg in front of you, sole of the left foot into the inner right thigh. And again, interior tilt to the hip structure. Flex the right toes towards you. Squeeze the quadricep, and then place the hand on the ground, and then just crawl the fingertips forward, forward, forward. Finding flexion in the hip point. And reach the crown of the head towards the toes. So you're lengthening the spine. And then on the exhale, fold forward. Breathe in. Let it go. We hold a lot of tension in our hamstrings, so we're really working that today. Inhale, flex the toes, exhale, fold.
I'm not sure.
Inhale, come on up. And switch the position of the feet. So left leg long in front of you, sole of the right foot into the inner left thigh. And go ahead now and flex the left toes towards the body. Press the left leg into the mat by squeezing the quadricep onto the thigh bone and really pushing the back of the leg into the mat. Bring the fingertips long in front of you and then crawl them forward. Wherever the torso comes, it's where it's meant to be today. But find that edge, that balance point between effort and ease. And again, breathe into any areas of tension. You might find a little bit more openness, maybe a little more closed on either side. Just notice, no judgment. And flex the left toes, squeeze the left quadricep. Lengthen the spine and fold. Really good job. Slowly come on up. And now we're going to extend the right leg long, so both feet are in front of you. Staff pose. Go ahead and point the toes, flex the toes, point them and flex them. Squeeze the quadriceps of both legs as you're doing this. Press the hands into the mat and feel long in the torso. Flexing and pointing, like flossing the nervous system. All right, come to stillness. And again, see if you can find that anterior tilt. So I'm just gonna lift myself up and bring my seat back in space just a little bit. So I get that smidgen more openness. All right, fingertips long in front of you, crawl forward. And we're just putting those last two asanas together in this Paschimottanasana. Flex both feet so that the toes are coming towards the forehead, the top of the head towards the toes. Press the backs of the legs into the mat, shoulders down the back, and breathe. It's helpful to grab on to your shins or your feet or your toes. Don't pull on them, but just gently grab on so you can just get a little bit more into this posture. Breathe in. Exhale. Really good job. Releasing tension, stress, anxiety, worry, fear, doubt, all these things that do not serve us. They like to hide out in the hamstrings and the hips. So we're doing a lot of work on that today. Inhale, slowly roll on up. Really good job. Let's come and roll down all the way onto the back. And we'll do a couple twists and back bends to close out our practice. So why don't we go ahead and place the soles of the feet onto the mat, and then lift up the left leg and the right leg and cross it over the left leg. So kind of like you're sitting in a chair with your legs crossed. And go ahead and drop the knees over to the left side. So you might need to like lift up your hips and then just set them back down. So you can place your left hand onto the right knee and just guide it down a little bit. Extend the right arm long, lateral to the body, and then just gaze over to the right and breathe into this posture. Really good twist here. Inhale, exhale. All right, bring the knees back up and cross the left leg over the right. So you're sitting in a chair and you just switch positions. Drop the knees over to the right side, however far they go. And you can use your right hand to gently guide the left knee down to the ground. Extend the left arm long, lateral to the body, and gaze over to the left. Breathe in. And exhale, slightly deepen the twist. Breathe in. And let it go. Really good job. Bring the knees back up. And soles of the feet onto the mat. Spread the knees just a little bit wide. Extend the arms long so the middle fingers are gently grazing the heels. And tuck the chin slightly so the back of the head rests on the mat. Now, press the palms of the hands into the mat and then lift up the knees. Lift up the hips. The knees come forward towards the toes, just 1 centimeter. And see if you can shimmy the shoulders underneath you and just get a little bit more openness. Bring the chest towards the chin and the chin away from the chest. Press the hands into the mat. Feel this gentle opening. Or maybe it's a little intense. And set the hips down. Really good job. We're going to do that 2 more times. So inhale, lift the hips up. And if you want, you can clasp the hands together underneath you. And this is even a little bit easier to shimmy the shoulders underneath. The knees extend forward towards the toes, just a smidgen. Chest towards the chin, chin away from the chest, pressing the hands into the mat. Really feeling that activation in the mid-spine. Inhale. Exhale, set it down. Really good job. Let's do one last time. If you have upward facing bow pose or upward facing wheel, you can go ahead and come to a wheel pose. Otherwise, you can just do bridge pose like I'm gonna do. So inhale, lift the hips up. If you wanna do wheel pose, go ahead. Clasp the hands together if you're in bridge. And slowly bring it down. Really good job. Extend the legs long. Palms face up. Legs splay open. Tuck the chin slightly. Close the eyes. Notice the quality, again, of the thoughts. Notice how the body feels. Maybe there's gentle buzzing sensation. And finally, notice the breath. Let's take 3 breaths together. Inhale, relax. Breathe in, soften. Last inhale. And come to complete stillness. Soften eyes and eye socket. Relax the muscles of the face. Let go of the tongue. If any thought enters your mind, just put it in the bubble and let it drift away. Shavasana. Slowly begin to bring awareness back to the body by wiggling your fingers and toes, rolling the feet from side to side. Bring the soles of the feet onto the mat, and then just drop the knees over to the right side. You can use your right arm as a pillow, just passing through fetal pose. Use your left hand and press yourself up into cross-legged seated position. And hands can be palms facing down or palms facing up is a little more receptive. And maybe you're feeling a little bit more spacious. Remembering that while pain is inevitable, it's just part of living, suffering is a choice. And by remembering our breath, remembering our choices, maybe we can walk down the path of moving towards who we want to be in those difficult moments. Let's take 3 breaths together to close out our practice. Inhale, sigh it out. One more, inhale, sigh it out. gentle inhale. Long, gentle out, exhale. Slowly flutter the eyes open, hands in prayer position. Thanks for practicing.